In this video, we'll review a few examples that compare different residual plots. And to help us out, we're going to start off with this plot, right? And imagine if we run a line of best fit that goes through it and like that. And say we're thinking, yeah, that line goes through most of our points. And then we would check the residual plot, and the residual plot might look like this. Well, this residual plot shows that we have a bunch of data here to begin with, and then we're left with, at the end, a bunch of data above this horizontal line. And there looks to be like a pattern, and you can follow all these points up like that. Whenever there's a pattern, that's not a good thing, and it means that our line of best fit, this one right here, wouldn't be a very good approximation. So we decide to run another line of best fit through this data, right? And say it's going to be this purple one, right? Well, then we would check out the residual plot and imagine this residual plot showed up. Well, a lot of these points are all below this horizontal line right here, which represents zero distance between the observed data and the predicted data. And whenever you have the majority of points below it and hardly anything above it, that's not a good sign either. You'd want a lot of points above it and a lot of points below it, and you'd really want it to be scattered. So there's a good job, like the fact that there's no pattern here necessarily, that's good, but you just have too many points down below. So we'll take another stab at running a line through all this data. And imagine that line goes through most of them like this. And I know my lines aren't that good, but I'll just go with it for now. And we're going to check out the residual plot for this. And again, I'm just making these up, but this residual plot has points scattered above and below it. There's no patterns at all. That means that it's going to be a very good approximation of our data. So let's go back to my starting point here, my scatter plot, and I'm going to remove these two lines, and you'll see that, yeah, that red one was probably the best one compared to the green and purple one. And then again, we go back to this residual plot, and we have a lot of scattered points above and below the horizontal lines. So it means that this would be the best line of fit.